The method of conception doesn't change the definition of life. Vice Presidential candidate Paul Ryan, August 2012. Mr. Ryan, if the method of conception happened to be a stranger forcibly entering your daughter, would the definition of life still be considered unchangeable when your daughter's life is crumbling at the thought with bearing a child whose face resembles the monster who didn't take no for an answer? If she asked you to hold her hand through an abortion, would you sit there and judge her as if you were God? 1990. As long as it's inevitable, you might as well lie back and enjoy it. Former Republican Clayton Williams on rape. Mr. Williams, the inevitable is death. Are you suggesting the women of this country should welcome the Grim Reaper with open arms? Sexual trauma is not enjoyable. Rape is not inevitable, it's unfortunate. April 2011. These Planned Parenthood women, these Code Pink women have been neutering American men and bringing us to the point of this incredible weakness. We will not have our men become subservient. Representative Allen West. Mr. West, since when have men ever been considered subservient to women? Last time I checked, we have always been the rib, got struck from your side. It takes two to tango, Mr. West. As if the punishment of birth was given to you for biting into something forbidden. You have the nerve to portray men as the victims while the statistics still stand strong. 99% of perpetrators are males. Do not blame the neutering of American men on anyone unless you were to blame yourself for being blind to your own ignorance. August 2012. If it's a legitimate rape, the female body has a way to shut down the whole thing. Representative Todd Aiken. Mr. Aiken, there's an estimated 25,000 pregnancies resulting from rape alone each year. Are you implying that 25,000 women were illegitimately raped? Because if so, it's probably best you know that a woman has no control over her ovulation, fertilization, or implantation of her eggs, and suggesting otherwise, you would be contradicting biological truths. Regardless if the rape was legit or not, any person forced to submit to sexual intercourse against their will is the victim of rape, and it didn't take a jackass to figure that one out. Which brings me to Mr. Rush Limbaugh. Pills are for sluts. Georgetown College student Sandra Fluke was not only verbally attacked by a bigot, but minimized and degraded for thinking actively. Mr. Limbaugh, you seem so familiar with the words prostitute and slut. Do you truly recognize dirty when it stares back at you in the mirror every day before you turn on the mic? Why don't you try some new words to describe the grim and grit of your existence, maybe like the word misogynist or prejudice, on consciousness of what the hell is going on around you. Women are not using contraceptive as authorization to screw our neighbor, but it seems as if you do a lot of that by abusing your freedom of speech to silence those around you. Most sex offenders use the tactic of silencing their victim as a way to finalize their dominance. I'm starting to see the similarities, Mr. Limbaugh. October 26, 2012. I looked at the word choice. I looked up the word rape. Choice, the power, opportunity, and right to choose. Rape, the act of carrying off or seizing by force. A man once said the method of conception does not change the definition of life. I say the disposition of ethicality does not change the power of choice. And if the women of this country are forced to make a decision that wasn't their own, then this will become much more than a debate. This will become the ultimate case with women as usual, the victims and survivors. You will have raped us from our choice. And that itself changes the definition of life completely.